Good morning, India. This is Sumit Verma.
Good morning, India. This is Anubhav Arora.
We welcome you to our show Coffee with Educators. Today, we have with us Rani Khanchndani, MBA, MA, BA, with a decade of experience in the field of education. Founder Director of Little Miracles, awarded as Top 10 Standalone Preschool in India by School News and Best Preschool of 2024 by Bharat School Summit. We are very happy to have Rani Khanchndani on our show today. Welcome, ma'am, to our show Coffee with Educators.
Thank you, Sumit. Thank you, Anubhav. It's a pleasure to be here as part of Coffee with Educators, and I'm glad and I'll be more than happy to share my insights with the society today.
So, मैम वेलकम. इतने सारे अवार्ड लेके आप इतनी सारी पढ़ाई करके MBA, MA, BA, you know, what beautiful insight we are getting out of you being on the podcast is you came into this preschool industry, right? But ये जो आपने नाम रखा है ना, Little Miracles is all about miracles happening at that place. All those small little toddlers, making a difference. People would love to know what exactly Little Miracles is all about.
See, Little Miracles is all about the children who themselves are miracles. They are the miracle creators in our lives. When you look at them, you can feel a sense of curiosity, a sense of wonder, a sense of amazement. So all this made me, name the school as Little Miracles.
So, what inspired you to start this particular preschool?
Love for children, passion for education. This inspired me to start the preschool by the name of Little Miracles. Yeah.
तो आपने इतनी पढ़ाई करी तो आपको पता था कि मैंने टाइम लॉन्ग में doing an MBA, MA, BA, I'll be coming down to preschool industry, or was it a passion?
No, it was a passion for the young minds. It was a passion to basically work on them, to make them understand that learning should be a lifelong learning, and make them enjoy the whole process. That is why I entered into the preschool industry.
तो मतलब जो वहाँ बच्चे होते हैं सारे little junior engineers,
Miracles.
doctors, miracles जो करते हैं, I think they are very blessed to have a person like you who has a long-term vision, and you've been incorporating your best. तो आप भी अपने स्कूल टाइम में इतने एक्सट्रोवर्ट थे कि थोड़े इंट्रोवर्ट भी थे?
थोड़े इंट्रोवर्ट थे.
तो पढ़ाई कर के आप एक्सट्रोवर्ट
बन गए. Yeah.
Very good, very good.
So, what curriculum you follow at your preschool?
We have more of an experiential based curriculum. So we give them a lot of hands-on learning, hands-on experience, because we believe that academics is just a part of learning, and we prioritize holistic development of a child. Holistic development wherein the social, emotional, the language development, all the other areas have to be given equal focus upon.
So, how do you incorporate the play-based learning?
Play-based learning, basically everything the kid learns from is the play-based learning.
Okay.
So even from a simple puzzle making activity is teaching them how to become problem solvers. So everything is a play-based way of making them have sensory bins, or having sensory play for them is again working on their senses, again working on their motor skills. So this all helps in the play-based learning.
And how do you engage parents in their child's education journey, especially in preschool?
Yeah, with a lot of parental workshops. We keep a lot of parental workshops. We have got events that are being organized by the school where parents are called and they are being a part of it. For example, let's take an example of Grandparents' Day. So we invite the grandparents in school. They can come, they can share stories with the kids. They can, talk about their childhood experiences. So this is how we make parents a part of the whole process of the school.
फिर तो आपने इस ग्रैंडपेरेंट डे पे you missed the grandparent. It would have been a beautiful journey.
I had not met him. Otherwise,
we were already.
मैं जरूर invite
We were already engaged. हम तो गए हुए थे.
मैं गेस्ट में गया हुआ था. आप तो जा सकते थे.
मैं भी वही था.
So one was this Grandparents' Day, and one was Joy of Sharing that happened on Christmas, wherein we invited all the parents, and it was a common lunch जहाँ पे सारे बच्चे, सारे parents, they had this lunch together. So again, Joy of Sharing, a different environment, a different experience for the kids altogether. So this kind of parental involvement helps the child. It is a new experience, a different experience for them, and it keeps the parent and the school involved and connected.
That is very important, ma'am. मतलब पहले वाले प्री स्कूल और आज के प्री स्कूल में तो बहुत डिफरेंस आ गया, क्योंकि पहले तो जब हम लोग जाते थे इट वाज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि हर चीज का एक आइडिया भी चाहिए. पढ़ना तो देखो आज की डेट में एवरीवन हैज देयर ओन डिफरेंट टेक. माय 360 डिग्री इन्वॉल्वमेंट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इट इज नो रूट लर्निंग.
No.
क्योंकि अगर आपके प्ले स्कूल में बच्चा आता है और वो पेरेंट बोले कि नहीं वो ABCD 1 2 3 एक महीने में सीख जाए, तो यू माइट नॉट एडमायर इट. आप भी उनको सिखाओ कि और भी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, राइट फ्रॉम etiquettes to learning to developing skills, sensory, n number of things.
Yeah.
So how do you engage all these kind of children to somewhat outdoor activities also, क्योंकि आज की डेट में एक कमरे में पढ़ने से कुछ नहीं होता.
No, not at
मैं
all.
मैं कहता हूँ आपको पार्क में जाना भी बहुत जरूरी है.
Yeah,
और
diversify करना
बहुत
बहुत
सारे
जरूरी है.
पेरेंट्स हैं जो ये मानते नहीं नहीं मेरा बच्चा मिट्टी में ना गिर जाए, उसे चोट ना लग जाए. Everyone is like that.
Yeah, true.
And it is, or to some part
Yeah.
some part they are correct,
Yeah.
but to some part it is very important to get the exposure of outside world.
Exactly.
मिट्टी की खुशबू भी जरूरी है,
जरूरी है.
बारिश में खेलना भी
Yeah,
अच्छा लगता है. तो उन चीजों में अब स्कूल में भी होते हुए do you promote all these environment kind of things where you take them for a nature's walk or something like that, where they get inducted to something except the room?
Yeah, we do that. We do take them for nature walk. Nature walk पे जाते हैं. They can collect a lot of things from the nature walk, and then we incorporate that in their learning process. So, for example, I'll just give you a simple example. We are, telling them about the letter N, right? And we are helping them make a nest. So this nest, they can go out in the nature, probably to a park or somewhere, pick up the twigs or small things, and
Acha.
they can create a beautiful nest. So this is how they make the nest of their own. So learning can be, kind of combined with the outdoor thing. So it becomes a good experience for the kids also, and the parents also feel that the kid is not restricted to the learning, is not restricted to the four walls of a classroom.
So I think that's a beautiful experience कि बच्चों को पहले एक बड़े सिंपल से मुझे आपकी बात समझ में आई. The letter
And
and N goes for a nest, and then taking them outside, उनको एक idea दे दिया, getting those twigs and trying to build the same.
Yeah.
So that's something really very cool.
Exactly.
Hands-on experience, learning the nature's walk,
Yes.
and yes, getting educated not only by the word but by the way it is being done.
And we also take them for field trips. Like, we have not, we just planned a field trip to Nandanvan, which is in GK. So that is going to be an outside exposure for them. So we do plan field trips for our kids also to, have them an exposure of the outside environment.
Excellent, ma'am. So, what are the common misconceptions do parents have about preschool education, and how do you address them?
Well, if I talk specifically about my school and the area where my school is located,
Yes.
the misconception that people have here is that preschool is not important. They feel that a child can directly go into the formal school, which is a big misconception.
Yes.
Because
Very
early
true, very
education is very, very important for a child's development. It's at this age where the brain is getting the maximum development,
correct.
right? Between the age of 2 to 6 years, the maximum development of the brain is happening. So preschool is of utmost importance in the life of a child.
So, how do you approach teaching digital literacy to these preschoolers?
Digital literacy, we at our school keep it very minimal, right? So that is, we
Screen
do not-
time सबसे
screen time सबसे कम.
बहुत
We are not at all a technology based school. So I would not say that we have not incorporated it at all. It is there in our school, but to the extent, again, I would take it up as an example that if we are talking about the theme of animals, right? So we will show them probably a video on the animal habitat, take them in the classroom, help them make those habitats, right, through probably the natural things, and then explain them deeper about the concept of animal habitat, only showing them the video. So we are kind of giving them the best of both the worlds, minimum dose of digital literacy, and at the same time giving on more of hands-on learning and more of a hands-on experience.
वैसे ऐसी एंजाइटी तो आपको पेरेंट्स से भी बहुत आती होगी, क्योंकि more or less I've seen lot of parents, those, see, giving time is very important. And from your take also, the best always what you could let the parent know is they should give time to their children.
Kids, yeah.
बट वो होता क्या है कि उनको एंगेज करने के लिए, बिजी करने के लिए पेरेंट्स अपने हाथ में
Screen
कहते हैं ये
पकड़ा
लो आप मोबाइल में थोड़ी देर चुप रहेगा या खाना खा लेगा. सो आई थिंक these kind of activities should not be promoted.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. Because, kind of, they are hampering the brain development of a child. So it should not be encouraged. Rather, there are a lot of other things in which the child can be engaged, in which, the parent can also be involved with the child. And at the same time, we can avoid the child from seeing the screen. We can avoid this thing.
ब्रेन डेवलपमेंट की जो आप बात कर रहे हो, obviously every child is very different.
Very different.
So, connecting this particular good word of yours to something like special need and inclusive education.
Yeah.
तो स्पेशल नीड के बच्चों के लिए भी कुछ आपके पास है, you address them, और in case everyone comes the same,
Yeah.
you never know about it.
Yeah, true.
Let's talk like this.
Yeah.
आपके प्ले स्कूल में एक बच्चा आया,
हाँ.
वो अब God forbid, fingers crossed, you never know what
Yeah.
kind of things is inside.
Yeah.
Parent भी accept नहीं
करता.
और होता क्या है, आप उसके साथ काफी टाइम लगाते हो. You could see the changes over weeks, a month, 2 months,
Yeah.
and then you come down to some conclusion unless it is certified.
Yeah.
So how do you take care of, in case you have those children, and do you have that kind of a facility, or in case you face, what is your take?
See, what we do is that we definitely get children who are having special needs, and then we do understand that their developmental needs are little different, right? And what we do is that for them we have individualized learning plans, right? So the teacher has to very closely keep a watch on what kind of a behavior pattern he is adopting slowly and gradually, and then keep a close connection with the parents or a therapist, and then to keep working on the child is very important.
So you have therapist and all these things on your board.
Yeah, we
Okay.
keep them on board.
So आप इतना busy अपना schedule, आपके पास, you got a lot of things. So what is your biggest support? Your family, your husband, the entire people around, your team network. We would love to know more about it also.
My entire team is my support. The entire team is my backbone. Everybody helps, day in, day out, and they work. They all have a passion for kids. So when you have the passion for kids and you have the passion to nurture the young minds, you automatically do your best.
Yes. So what are your future plans for Little Miracle?
What I want to basically get into starting more branches of Little Miracles all across Delhi to start with. So this is what my future plan is, and I want most of the educators to see education not only restricted to the four walls of a classroom. Rather, it should be beyond that. It should more be of a holistic development than just about academic learning.
Okay, means looking forward to more to come. Like Delhi NCR is a small name. We would love to see you across cities, and very soon,
All
Little
over
Miracles.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for
Little
that.
Miracles, Little Miracles making a big journey. But मुझे तो ऐसा भी पता है कि your better half plays a lot of important role. Controlling the school. I should say,
Yeah.
be just next to you.
Yeah, he plays a major role.
है ना? क्योंकि ऐसा हमारे को पता है कि because we have a good feedback from parents, so to tell कि except for you being there, he's always very supportive, and he really gives you good support in the preschool industry also.
True, absolutely. He is always there by my side as the backbone of the school. Not only for me, as the backbone of the school, taking care of the entire IT, marketing, sales, and everything.
So you have
the numbers of the school is because of him.
मतलब Mr. Sharma is playing a big role.
Sharma
Yes.
is playing a big role.
क्या बात है, very very nice.
So मैम इतने सारे जो अवार्ड मिले हैं वो शर्मा जी और आपकी वजह से ही, जैसे आपने बताया अपना भारत समिट अवार्ड, स्कूल न्यूज, एंड रिसेंटली यू हैव बीन नॉमिनेटेड एज द मोस्ट इन्फ्लुएंशियल प्री स्कूल 2024.
Right.
सो कैसा लगता है मैम?
Of course, it gives you.
क्योंकि 6 साल की आपकी मेहनत है.
Yeah, 6 साल की मेहनत है, so you feel proud, you feel really happy, and you really want to do more for these young children. You want to really do something which is different from the others.
That's really very nice, and with a mentor like you with so much of good education, what good message would you love to give to the entire parent community, those who are looking forward to you, first of all, and secondly, I would love if you invite them to come and meet you personally, because लोगों को डर होता है कि जाएंगे तो पता नहीं अंदर प्रिंसिपल मैम मिलेगी नहीं मिलेगी, पता लगे बाहर से पूछ के भेज दिया. So is there any kind of a fear in your school, or are they welcome to come and approach you and meet you?
They are most welcome. I will be more than happy to solve their queries. I'll be more than happy to sit with them and have a cup of coffee and probably discuss whatever they want to discuss. And the only message that I want to give to the community is that send your kids to the preschool. It's very important because early education and the maximum, as I said, the brain development is happening between the age 2 to 6 years. So it's important that every child should be given this privilege of going to a preschool.
And what about security at your place? How do you manage the health, safety, and well-being of all students? Because that is the utmost concern of every parent.
Yeah, especially post-pandemic, parents have become very particular about the health, the hygiene. So, for safety, of course, we do have constantly a guard, on board with us, and then we have got CCTVs installed everywhere in the school. The temperature of the kids is being monitored. We have got doctors on board with
Very
us.
nice.
Yeah, so we make sure that the health is being taken care of. If we find there is any particular child who is kind of not keeping up to mark in terms of health, we make sure to inform the parent to separate the child and then immediately send him or her back home.
Wow, that's something really very great, and I think we wish you great luck, ma'am. And Little Miracle soon becomes more approachable to Delhi NCR and all cities.
Yeah.
Next podcast, we would love that आप आगे बोले, after managing X number of Little Miracles, I am planning something more bigger,
Yeah.
and that's a miracle, and little becomes more bigger.
Yeah,
So we wish you luck.
Thank you.
All the best,
Thank
and
you
I
so
hope
much.
people, those who are seeing you and would love to follow you and take you as a mentor and come and meet you. मतलब ऐसा तो नहीं है हमारे पॉडकास्ट के बाद आप उनको मिले ना?
नहीं of course मिलेंगे.
बहुत
बिल्कुल
सारे
मिलेंगे.
डीएम आएंगे
नहीं.
और
बिल्कुल
बाद में
सबके
सिर्फ
जवाब देने पड़ेंगे.
बिल्कुल मिलेंगे.
बाद में
जवाब.
सिर्फ हमारे मिस्टर शर्मा फंस जाएं और मैम गायब हो जाए.
ऐसा नहीं होगा.
ऐसा नहीं है ना?
ऐसा नहीं होगा. बिल्कुल मिलेंगे. That's a promise.
we are tagging him along because हमें बहुत पता है कि वो आपकी बड़ी सपोर्ट पे रहते हैं.
Yeah.
पता लगे कि सिर्फ मेंटल सपोर्ट के क्वेश्चंस उनकी तरफ ना चले जाए.
नहीं बिल्कुल सपोर्ट मिलेगा बिल्कुल.
चलो, wish you all the best, ma'am.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thank you, Arubam. Thanks a lot.